50. 180. Shot 56. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch gun. 50.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Tackle made there by Kiko Alonso.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now Cook running right. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field.
He's not going to get me.
Now Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. On the carry, it's Cook. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
That's a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Now a give running right, it's Cook. Cook with a first down and much more. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Bailey got the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
Ready?
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. Kamara's got the first down and then some. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle, or if you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
Ready? 95, 56. Here we go.
On 2nd and 15 now. Breeze. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
A 12-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Now Breeze. And he finds Cook. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
He throws, and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there.
Ready? Yellow waiting, yellow waiting. Bandit. We go 21, 21.
Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. Again has it complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Breeze going to try and throw on 3rd down. And incomplete. Almost intercepted. The D lineman almost had it. Couldn't hang on.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Well, they'll say no to the 46-yard field goal try. They're going to go for it. Here we go with Kamara. And he's got room. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 10 yards, good for his Saints, 1st down. But they only needed about 4 or 5 inches there. Relied on the big guys up front and got it done.
Yeah, this is the time to just go ahead and hit it straight ahead. No juking, right? No movement in the backfield. Take the ball and go. As I heard a coach tell a player a long time ago, save your dancing for the club, son. Just get up into that line of scrimmage.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 12-yard line.
Four receivers in the formation here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. 2nd and 3.
Check right corner. Hey, exit. Corner's the money. Squeeze. Focus.
Off the play fake to Kamara. It's Breeze. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Shotgun now for Breeze. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Ted Ginn there to make the grab as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Throwing, Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Marshawn Lattimore right there on the coverage. He was draped all over it.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a give right side. It's Cook. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. And some room to work. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
They'll give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a 1st down for them, too.
They'll run with Cook. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. They try again with Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
And that lead is now 7 with a chance to go to 8 or more if they want to get crazy here, which we don't expect. But I just know the way the game's being played with the analytics, there's going to be a lot more of going for 2 in a lot of situations, isn't there?
Yeah, there's going to be. And I think their focus here, they don't want to give up anything going into the lockers on the other, and just a little bit of time left on the clock.
Yeah, they don't want to do anything to erase the good feeling they have right now by getting this late score in the half.
Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Check. 40's mark. 40's a mark. Go. Mike 40. Check. He's coming. All day. 0-2. 40's mark.
Now a play fake. Breeze. And Thomas has it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Ready. 5-9. I got you.
Into the red zone. It's Breeze. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Looking to go back to Thomas again, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Ready.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Kill.
Again, they'll throw with Breeze. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
First down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Kamara. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
At their 48-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
He's kill. My 40. Hey, box drop. Hey, easy.
On play action, it's Breeze. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Well, this is caught by Ginn. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. To throw is Breeze. And Josh Hill has it. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On second down, Kamara. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball.
Born in South Bend, Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right. Great career at UCLA and now a great career in the NFL. Throwing on second and 14. Breeze. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line. Thomas, the intended target. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
We got four.
Here's a quick throw to Thielen. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. It's a good pickup on the ground of 7 yards, and time has run out on this third quarter. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4.
Ready? 54 Mike. Watch the flag.
And he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. It's Cook. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead. You have to stay in bounds and run that clock. Coaches, that'll drive them crazy.
Sacrifice a yard or two if you have to. Just go down, in bounds, keep that clock going. It's almost like he was caring more about his fantasy stats than it was about winning the game, and that has to drive a coach crazy. Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, These pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Running for it. Here's Cook. And an alley to run. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 21-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone. And in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
And it brings up 3rd down.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. From the gun, it's Breeze. And Ginn's got it. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Breeze to another longtime vet, Ginn, for the New Orleans first. Breeze now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Again, it's Breeze. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing on 1st down is Breeze. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. There for the sack, Everson Griffin.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Easy, opposite. Hey, Jota. Hey, watch the slant.
Play action. Breeze. He gets it to Thomas. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Breeze going to come up here, 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far.
11.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. The catch made over the middle by Ginn. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Second and 6 at the 26-yard line.
They'll come out in a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6. Here's Breeze. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Everson Griffin, his second sack of the night. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Now Breeze. And that will be incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing here, Cousins. And Diggs has it. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. First down, here's Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Cousins. Left side, it's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. From the red zone now, Cousins. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Won't be enough, but here's a final chance at the extra point. And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. There he goes left side. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. Well, at least at the very